She shot herself. She's dead.
You will not be able to remove the spirit because it has the right to be there.
I've been spending 2 decades using a combination of medications and alcohol, and I could have just called an exorcist.
I will kill you!
No, you won't. You're an unwanted presence here, and you must go in Jesus' name.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Movie Club. We are your bad movie boys, Matt, Tommy, and Collie. And today, we're going to treat you to a PG-rated Christian horror movie. So the movie opens up with a girl writing in her diary while having a few flashbacks of what has caused her current mental state. And finally, a wacky doctor diagnoses her with MS.
Over a very loud soundtrack.
Sorry to inform you that you have finding system multiple sclerosis.
If you're making like a movie like this, like you can just have those other three things. Like having someone close to you die, ending your engagement, and then being diagnosed with MS are three really horrible things. You don't need to add in being bullied by 12-year-olds.
Words hurt, Matt. I did have another theory. Because it's them picking on her and then she drops the flower in between two graves, I assume they were making fun of her because her parents had just died.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that she killed them for making fun of her.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
So because of all this lady blows her brains out. Quick cut to a newsroom. Why are we in a newsroom? Well, it's because Laura, the lady who blew her brains out, worked there. But she's not coming into work.
She's never late. She should have been here over an hour ago. The news goes on live in 15 minutes.
He has a bunch of shit in his teeth during this scene. And I'm pretty sure it's because they show him putting the cigar in his mouth the wrong way multiple times.
Yes, sir. We're going on a fire to do this myself. Oh, that's cute, kid. Get out of here.
Trust me, I can do it.
So the other person who works at the news station goes to check up on her friend Laura, and she finds a elderly lawn ornament just hanging around. And, you know, she's probably a sweet old lady.
I heard a shot. She's probably dead. Just like all the others.
Oh, wow.
My favorite thing is she's like, she shot herself. She's dead. I heard a shot. And yet she did nothing.
That's not true, Tommy. She stood outside and stared at the front door until the police arrived.
Jackie calls some detectives instead of the police. I don't think that's standard protocol. If you're worried about your friend and you want like a wellness check, they show up and they break the door down with their guns out. The detective opens the master bedroom and of course, Laura's dead. Her brains are all over the wall. And he goes, "Hey, in here!" To which Jackie then runs up. He's like, oh, no, not you.
You can't yell to nobody like, hey, get in here, and then get mad when everybody comes in.
Then follows the hilarious scene of they're downstairs, like they're at the kitchen. Her friend Jackie is like, oh, I don't know like who to call because we just work together. And he opens up a birthday card that's from her Aunt Kate. And it has her aunt's phone number in the birthday card.
Yeah, like, who knows someone's address and not their phone number? What a weird dynamic.
After this, we get some really thrilling scenes about how the legal system works with your assets after you have died.
I want you to get in touch with Hollis at the Baker Funeral Home, and then we need to send a power of attorney to a Kate Livingston.
I love the attention to detail in this movie. When they're talking to the lawyer, Preston Woods, the script is clearly visible on his desk. And also there's a plaque on his wall that has somebody else's name on it. When they show the secretary, you can hear the DJ tag in the background track.
Thank you for calling the law offices of Preston Woods. How can I help you?
Preston calls his real estate friend and he's like, hey, I got a hot house that just popped up on the market. You're my best friend, even though we haven't seen or talked to each other in years.
It's great to see you, Preston.
It's good to see you too. Been long time no see. How's business?
Too long. It's doing great.
Great. The police just finished their investigation and turned it over to us.
Then they walk in the house and they see that the dead body is still there.
Oh, I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think that the police would finish their investigation and leave all components of the crime in the house still.
I don't think you'll have any trouble selling this.
Unless the buyer does the literal bare minimum amount of research.
Or just walks in the door.
Jump scare. That is not how you do square footage.
No.
Rachel hires a cleaning crew because there's still a dead body in the house and there's still brain matter on the wall.
I just want to warn you, there is a mess in that bedroom.
Maybe this should be a different kind of cleaning crew, one with hazmat suits.
And flamethrowers.
Got a bottle of Windex and a rag, and Rachel's like, oh boy, you are ill prepared for what you're gonna see.
I just had this image of like, there's a big mess upstairs. Cut scene, like the maid's just running a vacuum over the corpse, trying to pick it up.
The cleaning crew experiences some pretty moderate paranormal activity. The rocking chair like starts rocking. The ghost took some like strawberry jam out of the fridge and wrote "Get out of my house" upstairs. So the crew quits and Rachel is shocked.
Keep your money, lady. Your house is haunted.
What? What happened? What happened?
So what's she gonna do? Well, she's gonna look for another cleaning crew.
We'll make your house look new. We're the cheerful cleaning crew. We know just what to do.
I just love like the whole singing while cleaning. Like when you're cleaning someone's house, usually they're not there. So who hears, like, it's like if a tree falls in the woods, does anyone know? But then I wondered, like, where did the boss get the idea? Like, he's like, I got a cleaning crew, but like, what's our hook? What's our angle? And then he went to a Cold Stone Creamery. And he's like, yep, this is it. I love this.
Wow, so cheerful cleaning crew, you know, let's see what services they offer because music alone shouldn't really sell a business. Let's see, they have intuitive page editing, visual shortcode manager. Okay, interesting. Yeah, those sound like things that I want in my cleaning crew. We're introduced to a new character, Lindsay, at a party that has all the energy of a funeral.
Look, I know that losing your husband has really been hard on you.
Wait, is this a funeral?
And I believe this promotion is the right new beginning for you. You know?
Oh, and by promotion, they actually mean she got a completely different job at a completely different company with completely different people.
Promotion.
Hi, I'm Lindsay Parker, here to see Michael Carter.
Lindsay meets her new coworkers at company.
Hi, I'm Michael Carter. So nice to meet you.
This is Carrie. She'll be your administrative assistant.
Hi, welcome, Miss Parker. Nice to meet
Ugh.
This is Carol, Mindy, and Jason.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Parker.
Hi, how are you?
Hi,
nice
Jason.
to meet you. She's already making some enemies on day one because she sets a 4 o'clock meeting that's mandatory where she's just gonna spout buzzwords at everybody.
My presence here today means change and opportunity. Currently, we're 8th place based on current trending.
Sick! 8 out of how many? 8 out of 1,000 is awesome. 8 out of 5, not great.
Our goal is to be #1 in the industry. And to accomplish this goal, we have to have a plan and the ability to execute this plan.
So she set this meeting for 4 o'clock, and then the 3 idiots go and complain about it in the conference room, and it's 8:20 p.m. The 4 p.m. meeting lasted 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Smoke weed every day.
We get a peek into Carrie's home life.
Hey, Carrie, you meet your new boss?
Yes, I did. Well, she's beautiful, she's brilliant, but she's still very friendly.
What are you saying, Carrie? Every smart, beautiful woman I've ever met was a fucking bitch. She is just gushing about this show where they discuss spirits in houses.
People come on here and talk about getting rid of addictions, depression, all kinds of things.
Is this movie implying that addiction and depression are caused by ghosts?
I've been spending 2 decades using a combination of medications and alcohol, and I could have just called an exorcist.
It's the next day, and the first thing that happens is Carrie asks Lindsay why she looks like shit.
Carrie, I'm so tired of living in a hotel room. I've been looking around for a place to stay and to live, but I can't seem to find anything I like.
He's clearly eavesdropping. He's clearly right outside the door, and he just like walks in like, I heard you're looking for a house. I know somebody.
I have a friend who's a realtor. She's really good, and I'll bet she can help you with what you're looking for.
Cheerful cleaning crew is not really cleaning, they're just like selectively throwing things out. It looks like the body has started to bleed through the ceiling.
Manager of the cleaning crew is right out of Family Guy.
Things like towels, linens, dishes, and the sorts can stay.
In his hands, he's got...
That vehicle is the same vehicle from earlier in the movie that was in Laura's driveway, assuming it was Laura's car. So now that makes me wonder, are they just throwing all the garbage in and then they're just going to take that car and just run it right into a lake?
My new boss is looking for a house. Would you be able to speak with her?
Sure, put her on.
Okay, thanks.
Let's get back to what is really one of the biggest reveals in this movie. When Carrie hands Lindsay the phone, it shows like what Lindsay is writing on, and she's writing on a company mission statement, and we can see finally what this company is. Do you guys want to take any guesses?
Business.
HVAC.
They're an airline company.
What?
Must be Spirit.
Lindsay is going to meet with Rachel, the real estate agent. She is Michael Carter's contact, and she's like, I got this great house. And Lindsay's walking through it, and she's like...
Just a little old and odd looking to me, don't you think?
Oh, sorry, Rachel, not you. The rocking chair.
And once I get your deposit, I'll give you a key and you can move in tonight.
Really?
That's not how buying a house works. You can't just be like, you like it? Here's the keys. But she didn't even get it inspected. So she moves into her house and she experiences her first bit of paranormal activity. She puts like her purse down on the kitchen table and then she goes upstairs and all of a sudden it's on the bed. This is either paranormal activity or carbon monoxide poisoning, but she didn't get the house inspected, so who really knows?
It's nice to meet you.
Hope this one doesn't die too.
Ah, Mrs. Jones, you know all the right things to say. Mrs. Jones. She finds the 5-year diary in her closet, and then she immediately starts bullying Laura.
Love? What kind of name is that?
It clearly says her name on the front page. And she throws the diary in the trash, and I kid you not, there's a page of the script in the trash can.
Nailed that scene. Don't need this page anymore.
She meets the new lady at work, Corey, who is the director of purchasing for an airline? What the hell does that mean?
Gotta buy planes.
They're like, oh, we're both newbies. We don't know anybody. We should hang out. So they go to a bistro where some guy at the bar hits on them by buying them a plate of bread.
Excuse me, ma'am. The gentleman over here bought you the house appetizer.
But it's not just any person.
Who is it, Collie?
The director. Masterfully done.
So the next day at work, Carrie brings Lindsay her daily newspaper and coffee. I feel so bad for Carrie. And it has the hilarious headline, Local House Haunted Experts Say. So what exactly do the local haunted house experts say? Tampa took a step Thursday toward joining the handful of Florida communities that give unmarried couples, both gay and straight, some of the rights married people take for granted. Wow, these local haunted house experts are incredibly progressive.
I wonder if my house is haunted.
Bad news, Lindsay, because it looks like your office is haunted too. So Lindsay's freaked out about all the ghost stuff that's happening at her house, so she asks Carrie,
I would like for you to go back as far as you can on the lands located at my home.
I need you to look at all of the happenings of the past on the land of the house where it is, to the ends of it, but also to the front.
Corey overhears them, and she asks Lindsay, like, hey, you know, we're both the newbies here, tell me what's wrong. And Lindsay gives her an information bukkake about all the paranormal stuff that's been going on in her life. Corey's solution is, maybe you should invite everybody from the office to your house for a housewarming, because that'll give the ghost more targets.
Who cares if any ghost eats them, right? Yeah.
Ugh. The director made the bold choice to mic up the dog.
Hi, welcome.
So they're like all sitting at the table, and they're like, Lindsay goes,
And I want each of you to tell me how you became an employee of the corporation.
Corey says, like, oh, my dad's boyfriend owns the company, so they just got me in. And then it goes right to Carol, and Carol's like, I would love to tell you, Lindsay, but I have to take a shit.
Well, I have a really great story, but I have to wait. Could you point me to the direction of the ladies' room, please?
Lindsay lets her use the master bathroom.
What the heck?
What was that?
What happened?
The sight of this woman dropping her drawers. She's like, can I die again?
I was watching a TikTok, this lady who like built an ice cream sundae in her toilet for her guests.
That looks pretty good.
That does look good.
Yeah, that looks really good. I'm gonna get the cups ready. Mix that all around.
Now, like, all I can think of is like that, and the ghost being like, Carol, no, that's Lindsay's dessert for the party.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I don't. What did you do in there, Carol? What do you mean? Did you think there's something weird in this house?
That's not a good reason to trash someone's bathroom after you take a shit in it, Carol.
There's something weird in his house. Yeah, it's that fucking smell.
Miss Parker, if you'll excuse me, I'm leaving. I'm really sorry. It was nice of you to invite us.
That was an excuse to leave because in this expensive fucking house, your boss prepares you 4 pounds of spaghetti in a bowl.
Don't forget the side salad.
The side salad that came out of a bag.
Come with me and stay at my house tonight. We can talk about it there.
Yeah, Lindsay. You can't stay here tonight.
And Lindsay's like, no, this is my house. This ghost is not gonna bully me. And then it does. She basically goes to take her trash out, and Mrs. Jones is taking her trash out on Lindsay's property. And she's like, you know someone did a murder in there, right? And Lindsay's like, what? In my house? No!
What I got for so little money? Oh.
What do you want?
There's something wrong with that house. You're right.
I told you so.
So Mrs. Jones, she does not live directly next door. So why is Mrs. Jones always out there next to her lawn?
Please, fine, I'll keep it with me.
All right, stop blubbering. Come on in.
So she lets her stay, and then the next morning, they're sitting at the table, and Mrs. Jones goes, this is the worst piece of shit coffee I've ever had. Get out of my house.
Get the fuck out.
This is the worst cup of coffee I ever had.
It's like at the office the next day, and Lindsay's like explaining to the 3 idiots like what happened, and she's like, after you left, let me tell you, it got worse.
I went into my bedroom, and there was blood splattered all over the wall.
From Carol's shit?
Carrie, I want you to find the best psychic available, and also the best ghost hunter team.
You do this wildly personal shit for me that has nothing to do with my job? Thanks.
What? Oh.
Is everything okay?
No, Mr. Carter, you referred me to the worst real estate agent in Tampa who sold me a ghost murder house. The psychic they hire is Socrates the Great.
Yes, may I help you?
My name is Socrates the Great.
Of course you are.
Yeah, you sure are.
Back at work, Lindsay finally gets the report on her land that she asked Carrie to do like 3 days ago.
1700s. Original owner of the land, Harold.
Oh, a photo from the 1700s. That's interesting. Wow, there's a house from the 1800s that the label says it was photographed in 2010. That's amazing that that house from the 1800s is still standing.
1900s. A fire burned the house to the ground.
Oh, good attention to detail.
It's my house.
No shit!
What did you expect Carrie to find when she researched your house?
That's like being pulled over by a cop and he hands you back your ID and you're like, oh my god, that's my name.
Socrates' assistant just faxed over the report.
Socrates says that the ghost took over Laura and convinced her to kill herself. And then Socrates also just says, oh, too bad. Ghost has the right to be here, so it's actually their house.
Their house too.
Can you imagine if the Orkin man told you the same thing? Like you hire a Terminator and he's just like, well, the mice have a right to be here, so you're going to have to learn to live with them. I recommend giving them names to make it easier.
So the ghost hunters finally show up because Socrates was no help. And is this a Tampa thing where all companies have to wear a t-shirt with their company name on the back?
All right, guys, let's get this stuff set up.
They have like all these scenes of the ghost hunters just sitting around sleeping. And the guy's like, I didn't find anything. And Big Ted didn't find anything. And Big Ted looks like he's dying. He's like slumped in his chair. It's like, of course Big Ted didn't find anything. He's been dead for 6 hours.
Hey. Looks like it's coming from the master bedroom.
Like it's sent from a fax.
Yeah, what a smart ghost.
It even sent a cover page. We're not dealing with a normal phantom.
They investigate the master bedroom and their EMF detector explodes. And I think it's just because it couldn't handle the heat from the jorts.
You have a ghost living in your house.
She should be like, I know that. I've had 100 people tell me this. But instead, she goes, I'm gonna buy a gun.
Jeff, Lindsay's gonna go buy a gun.
Not only does that show she doesn't know anything about fucking guns, but she doesn't know anything about ghosts.
Carrie is worried about Lindsay, so she starts peddling that bullshit show that she watches every night about two people from Florida who go to people's houses and they pray the ghosts away.
You know, Carrie, I never considered myself a religious person. But what do I have to lose?
When she's talking to the people, like they're doing, I guess they're doing like a consultation of some kind.
I have cold air that will rush past me. Blood on the walls.
Maybe you should lead with the blood on the walls.
Well, I will tell you, there is definitely spiritual activity here.
Yeah.
But I also want to tell you, Lindsay, you can't shoot a spirit.
Lindsay, before we start talking about the spirits here, I just want to make one thing clear. You know you can't shoot ghosts with a gun, right?
I need you to say that for me. Like, so I know you understand.
Dr. Hollis drops this bombshell on us that, hey, dummy, the ghost is in your bedroom because you've got pictures of dead people all over the walls. Use your brain, you fucking idiot. When they're talking about this and they're like getting aggravated, you can see the arm of someone push over a chair in the background.
Long ago.
What's even crazier about this though is Lindsay's got a huge problem. That's the ghost from her office. He's back.
Listen, let's go ahead and get started.
Dr. Hollis walks around like the outside of her house and the inside in every room to clean the ghost spirits. And he comes back down and he goes, Lindsay, you're gonna wanna see this. This is the last room I haven't cleansed. Some real king shit is gonna go down here.
I take authority over you in Jesus' name. Every spirit that has taken on the form of Lord to go.
The ghost is just kind of like mildly annoyed. No, I'm gonna kill you.
I will kill you!
Ah, no. I'll kill you. Come on.
Hey, cut that out. Quit it.
But then Dr. Hollis says the title of the movie, and boom, ghost gone.
No, you won't. Jesus, you're an unwanted presence here. So leave now. Go now. Go now.
Problem solved. Not problem solved, because Dr. Hollis says, Lindsay, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but ghosts will come back if you do not accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior.
Jesus.
Just say you like him. Just like say you like Jesus and say you're gonna go to this church in Tampa that I own. Like that's all you really need to do. There's only $1,000 monthly fee, but no more ghosts.
Ghosts really hate it when you put a nice crisp $100 bill on that collection plate.
And so that's how the plot is wrapped up. That's the end of the plot, but not the end of the movie, because it's now 2 years later. And guess what? Lindsay got company to #1.
Yay!
Company #1.
I never thought we would make it to #1.
I know, I thought it was all just talk.
And who shows up and drops an absolute banger of a line?
Have you seen any ghosts lately?
That's the end of this movie. We've wrapped it up. It's kind of funny because, right, like the thing that cured ghosts was Jesus. Somebody should tell the ghost hunters. So now it's time for the review. So I pose the review question today to you guys. Tommy, Collie, is it cake?
No, the cake is a lie.
Yes, I say yes, it is cake.
I would say it is cake too.
It is not cake.
Wow, Collie, a staunch atheist, says the cake is a lie. I would have never guessed that. All right, there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for watching this movie with us.
Bye.
Bye.
We have a cordless internet with heaven. We connect our spirit through the Holy Spirit with heaven. We can hear His voice, can hear us. You think the network made by people? No, God created everything first. Cordless internet is from heaven, from here. God speaking to people with the speed of thought.